is Timothy with Cars in 4K. I'm here doing a car review and 1 week user experience of the car. So I rented this one from Sixth. I know it's not a paid advertisement. That would be cool if they gave it to me, but yeah. So I thought I'd get this car and drive it around Europe for a week. So it's the BMW 7 Series and super comfortable. It's perfect for long road trips that I've been doing back and forth from Germany and Italy and Switzerland and France. So I've done a whole 3,000 kilometers in a week. So since we're in the car already, I thought I would do kind of some interior experience as well. So the car has a pretty nice, updated interior. BMW, I think, finally understood that they need to update their buttons and the whole look of the interior. So they did a good job on that. It's pretty simple. And yeah, so first off, let's start off with starting up the car, and we'll turn down the volume. So you get introduced by the digital dash here, even though it kind of looks just analog. It's all digital, so that's kind of nice. You can rev it and moves as well, which is cool. You can customize it a bit, not too much like on the Mercedes S-Class, but yeah, it has some simple design there. Cool thing is it shows is the speed for the actual road. It also has a heads-up display. And then this is the iDrive system, and it's touchscreen now, so it's pretty convenient. The only thing I would say is it's a little distracting when you're actually driving, because you have to kind of go and press because there's no feedback, which would be kind of nice if they could have that. But one of my favorite features is that it has Apple CarPlay wirelessly. So Bluetooth wireless, you can have Apple CarPlay instead of plugging it in with the USB, which is really convenient. And yeah, it has some cool stuff. Apple CarPlay basically adds the apps that you have available that works with Apple CarPlay, like Google Maps. That was a big important one, and Waze, WhatsApp, messages, the phone, music. The only thing is it doesn't show the whole screen there, kind of like on the Mercedes. But I think it's more driver focused, where it's all over on this side, so the driver can control it without having to reach all the way over to this side. So yeah, and then you have the home button. You can go into maps, and it'll find. Right now I'm in Hamburg, so I thought it would kind of be a good drive experience just to show you. And the car fits into this town as well, so that's pretty nice, because it has a good how do I call it, like corporate style look, and working within the whole environment of Hamburg, so it's kind of cool. So yeah, that's the view on the Apple CarPlay. Then let's press the home button. You can go back to the BMW menu by pressing that. The other nice thing as well is you can have one phone plugged in here just for music if you want, and then you can have the Bluetooth Apple CarPlay, which works with another phone, so you can just have the Google Maps or whatnot. So that's what I've been doing, because I have music on my other phone. So there, you also can control it by this knob here, which is similar to the older style BMW iDrive systems, but it has all the hard buttons there, which you can control. So I can turn the volume up, down, next song, next song, Turn the volume up. Yep. So that's the view on the motion option for the car. It's also nice you have these kind of digital ones. Whoops. Now let's turn down the volume. Okay. So yeah. So you also have these touch heater controls, which is kind of nice. Or you can change the opening here as well, which is how much breeze it shows there. Then you have this interesting force field button, so it's kind of cool for the BMW, and that turns on or off all of the settings for safety. All on, individual for customization. I haven't really fully gone into the whole experience that it has, but the car does protect you pretty well, I would have to say. Yeah, so then that's kind of the view on the interior. You also can just press here, maps, and then it will go to your Apple Maps. You can press media, and then that goes to your phone or communication, either the phone within CarPlay or contacts. Yeah. Then yeah, also has the auto hold, parking. You can lift the car if you want to have more comfortable ride. You also have this parking thing, so there you go. So you can control the brightness. It's pretty bright there. Let's put the contrast back. Also, it has different views, which is kind of interesting. I can even see this view, so you can so it can kind of get a 360 view of the car, which is neat. That's impressive. The only interesting thing is they put an animated car on there, so you're not actually seeing your color of your car. Oop, there's a person. Let's follow this person. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and then it has the bird's eye view, like all the other higher end cars have, and the parking assist options. And then the front. So yeah, that's a view on the parking option that this car has. Also, the car is optioned with driving assist, so I've used that a lot when I don't know actually what is the name for it for BMW, but it's basically keeping you in the lane. It will track the actual speed of the car in front of you here. This will basically set so when you want to be closer to the car, and then you can put a limit of the speed, and you can control the speed up and down when you're the adaptive cruise control. You also have the lights, so it has the automatic lights as well. I think even the auto dimming for high beams. Another view here, so this is an interesting one, this button here. So I can turn it on, and other BMWs in the area will kind of track the traffic, and you'll have a better understanding on what the traffic situations is. But that's really only within the built-in mapping system. It doesn't utilize with CarPlay. So then you have the normal AC and heater. You can touch here. It would be nice if it would have a feedback, but other than that, it's pretty cool. You have a view. You can turn up the heat here. You can have heated seats and cooling seats. So that's the most important feature for me, is I like cooling and heated at the same time. It's kind of funny, not a lot of people do that, but I don't like it too hot, so You can also control the passenger there. Yeah, you can set these buttons here for different pre-assigned settings. It's not just the radio. You can set them for, you know, your favorites, to open up a page or whatnot. You also have an apps in here, the connected drive and concierge services and all these different options. These are just built-in apps. It's interesting you can have Flickr on there. But yeah, so that's a view on there. Here is the traction control off. Probably don't need that too often with this big car. This is the shifter, so you put it into reverse or neutral, or you can put it into M Sport shifting, where you can control the shifts there. Then you press the park. Yeah, so it also has over here on the passenger seat and on the driver's seat these buttons, so I can control the passenger seat by pressing that, and then I can adapt it. For instance, if you have a lady and you're gonna prep the seat for her when she jumps into the car, you can prep the seat and set it up for heated or whatever you want. So you can be a gentleman. Yeah, that's about it. Also, you have the massage seats, so I can control the massaging seats there, and it automatically will, well, generally, I don't know, here, let's press the home. So if I press this, it opens the settings here, and I can choose different seat massages, back massage, shoulder, upper body, whole body exercise. And it definitely helps when you're on a long drive. So I just drove from Italy to Hamburg, and it basically helped me, you know, experience the car. And then also within what was it, a whole 10-hour drive, it basically feels like a 5-hour drive, which is pretty nice, especially when you're driving a long time by yourself. You have a good ample back seat with nice Alcantara, or Dynamica actually. Yeah, no, it's Alcantara. So you have the whole headliner like that, and then this is the lights. It's pretty cool. It also is similar to when you open the doors. I'll show you a clip in a second, but when you open the doors, these style lights open up outside. Kind of cool. Yeah. So that's an interior view of the car, and then let's jump out and show you what the outside looks like. Yeah, so hope you're enjoying so far. So here's an outside view of the car. It's a pretty big car, but when you're driving it, it has a good comfortable feel, so you don't really feel that it's such a large car. It has these really cool lighting option, which is pretty neat. They're adaptive too. And then there's the sensor and the typical front kidney bean style. One way you can see that this is a 7 Series is this styling here. That follows along with the BMW style for 7 Series. And you can see the lift is up. Has some just simple wheels. You don't need how much. Then back is lifted. This is a diesel. So, sorry it's a little dirty. I've been driving pretty long and far, so yeah. It's a 730 diesel. Has a good ample amount of power. It's the all-wheel drive model, the X-Drive. So yeah, that's a bit of the car. Let's jump into the back. And you can see has a simple back interior, good amount of space. You can also change your AC and heated seats back here. Has a little storage for charging your phones. You have a nice armrest here and a ski port. You can put your gadgets in there if you need. Has some storage here. I think some option maybe has like an actual table, but I think that's in maybe the extended version. So yeah, has this nice style quilted leather. Control your AC vents there. So yeah, it also has the soft closed doors, which is nice and convenient. You don't have to slam these doors. Okay, so that's a quick walk around the car, and overall it's been a good experience driving this car and seeing how the difference between Audi and Mercedes has been. So I'm gonna show you how to activate the driving assist options for this BMW 7 Series. Okay guys, so I'm headed into Switzerland right now, and this is the best time to show you the adaptive cruise control and driver assist. So right now the speed limit's 80, so what I do is I press this button, which keeps me steering in the lane. Then I press this button here, which locks onto a car in front of you. Right now there's one kind of far, so then I can set the distance here. It also sees the speed limit, so now the car is driving per that speed limit, which is pretty nice, and it steers itself too. It reminds you to touch the steering wheel. Now it found a car to attach it to, and we'll follow it along. You can also watch it slowing down and slowing down and slowing down and slowing down. Then I think also it will change lanes itself. Yeah, whoa. It's a little scary though. It's like accelerating into this car. Okay, let's set it on again. I don't know if you can see the heads-up display too, but it will set it on there. Here. No. There we go. Set on there. So now we're headed into the border of Switzerland, so it's gonna be really slow. But yeah, that's about it. So from my experience, you can, on the Mercedes, it now has it placed onto the steering wheel as well. And yeah, it's pretty similar. It's maybe a little simpler just to activate it with one button, but other than that, it's very similar to the BMW. And then also, from what I remember on the Audi, it's quite similar too. Another interesting thing is, so when dependent on the speed you're going, that means the longer you actually have to touch the steering wheel. So depending on when you're going like 20 miles an hour or 20 kilometers an hour, it maybe goes and makes you touch the steering wheel every 40 seconds. And then when you are going faster, then it's just gonna increase that time that you have to touch the steering wheel, obviously for whatever, for reasons, for safety. Yeah, so it's pretty good. Ciao for now. I'm crossing the border here of Switzerland. So far it's been a good, comfortable car, perfect for road trips. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Like and subscribe, and ciao for now. Follow if you like.